We're living in a time where your thumb moves faster than your heart can feel. You open your phone just to check the time, but 20 minutes later, you're still scrolling through a storm of news, videos, and other people's lives. Today's story is about a woman who looked like she was just killing time on her phone, but in truth, she was getting lost inside her own mind. If you've ever felt like your phone is using you more than you're using it, then this story is definitely for you. Take a breath, sit with me, grab a cup of coffee, and let's get started. Emily used to joke that her phone knew her better than anyone else. It woke her up in the morning with a gentle buzz. It kept her company through lonely breakfasts. It followed her into the bathroom, whispered during meetings, and tucked her in at night with a soft blue glow. Every ding felt like a heartbeat. Every scroll felt like motion, something to chase, even when she didn't know what. She wasn't proud of it, but it was easy. Easier than facing silence. Easier than asking why she was so uncomfortable being still. Emily was 32, living in a fast-paced tech job in Austin, Texas. On paper, she had everything. The paycheck, the modern apartment, a healthy-ish lifestyle. But under the surface, something was off. It wasn't burnout. It wasn't depression. It was noise, constant noise, and she couldn't hear herself anymore. It started on a Monday like most things do. She was at a coffee shop, phone in hand, half listening to a podcast on productivity while replying to 3 Slack messages. That's when an older man sat at the next table. Gray beard, faded jeans. The kind of guy who looked like he spent more time under trees than under fluorescent lights. Emily noticed him not because he was doing anything, but because he wasn't. No laptop, no phone, just a cup of coffee and a small, battered book. 15 minutes passed. He just sat there, sipping, reading, looking around occasionally, like the world was enough. It bugged her, not in a bad way, in a "what the hell is this guy doing right?" kind of way. Later that night, Emily couldn't stop thinking about him. She opened her phone to Google something like "old guy reading peacefully coffee shop." But that felt ridiculous. Instead, she typed, "how to be more present." She found a quote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Marcus Aurelius. She clicked deeper. Stoicism, ancient philosophy, meditations, journaling, accepting what you can't control, observing your emotions without drowning in them. It was weirdly calming. She downloaded the Daily Stoic on Audible. Just 1 chapter, she thought, then 2. Then the next morning, instead of Instagram, she opened the app and listened again. Something had shifted. The first few days were rough. Emily tried not to check her phone before 9 a.m. It felt like breaking an addiction. Her fingers twitched. She imagined the dozens of messages, likes, pings, waiting like junk food behind a locked door. But the thing is, nothing happened. No emergencies, no angry emails, just silence. She journaled for 10 minutes a day. At first, it was stiff. "I'm tired, I miss scrolling. This is dumb." But then came honesty. "I don't know why I crave attention online so badly." And finally, clarity. "Maybe I'm afraid of being alone with my own thoughts." She was starting to see it. Overthinking wasn't some mysterious curse. It was noise, a response to fear. And the fear wasn't about the world, it was about herself. On Friday, she went back to the same coffee shop. The older man was there again. Still no phone. Still that peaceful aura. Emily smiled awkwardly and asked, "Excuse me, what are you reading?" He looked up, warm eyes crinkling. "Epictetus. You familiar?" "A little. I'm just starting." "That's more than most," he said, offering the book. "It's old, but it holds up." She took it in both hands. The pages were marked, worn, lived in, like wisdom had left fingerprints. "Why Stoicism?" she asked. He shrugged. "It's like a user manual for being human." That hit her harder than expected. The weeks that followed weren't some movie montage of instant transformation. Emily didn't suddenly meditate in mountaintop silence or throw her phone in a lake, but she made changes. She deleted Instagram and TikTok. At first, it felt like cutting off a limb, then like losing an infection. She set screen time limits. She broke them, then reset them. She replaced mindless scrolling with mindful reading. Epictetus, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, people who lived thousands of years ago but somehow understood her anxiety better than modern influencers. Most of all, she practiced what the Stoics taught: noticing, observing, not reacting, letting thoughts come and go like weather, and accepting that discomfort isn't a problem to solve, it's a part of being alive. A month later, she found herself at a party, crowded, chaotic, full of strangers. Her phone buzzed, a DM, an old flame she wasn't over. Her heart jumped. The old Emily would have clicked, spiraled, crafted the perfect response, replayed it in her head for hours. But that night, she paused, took a breath, opened her journal instead. She wrote, "This craving to be seen, what is it costing me? Is it peace? Is it presence?" She didn't reply, not because she was trying to be cool, but because silence, for once, felt like strength. 6 months later, Emily's life wasn't perfect, but it was hers. She had a morning routine, walks without headphones, books with margins full of her own thoughts. She still used her phone, but now it felt like a tool, not a master. Work was the same, but she was different. Less frantic, more focused, less chasing, more choosing. She still had overthinking moments. Everyone does. But now she met them with curiosity, not panic. What am I really afraid of? What's in my control right now? Simple questions, honest ones, stoic ones. One afternoon, she ran into a coworker at lunch. "You look different," he said. Emily laughed. "Less dead inside?" He smirked. "Kinda, yeah. What's your secret?" She thought for a second, then said, "I stopped letting my phone think for me." And just like that, she realized she wasn't trying to be perfect anymore. She was trying to be present, and that made all the difference. This story isn't about hating technology. It's about remembering that your mind is your space, and you decide who or what gets to live there. Overthinking thrives in distraction, but stillness, that's where your real power lives. Maybe today's the day you take back your attention. Not all at once, just one moment at a time. Your phone may never sleep, but you deserve peace. You just listened to a story that might seem simple at first. But if you really think about it, it reflects a whole generation quietly drowning in the glow of their screens. If something in this story hit home for you, maybe a moment, a thought, a deep sigh, drop a comment below. Sometimes a few honest words can be all it takes to wake someone up. Hit that like button if this meant something to you. And don't forget to subscribe, because this journey into Stoicism and into ourselves is just getting started.